So I want us to do this question from the mock test number, I think it's number 1. So it's question number 3. So when you encounter a question like this, first of all, you have to analyze, just check. Like I said, the planning is very essential when it comes to engineering drawing. So you have to check, is this drawing going to fit in my A3? That's the first thing that you're supposed to check. Now, if you look at this one, this will be 20 plus 80, which is 100, and then 164 plus 46, that will be 230, 210, yeah, something like that, 210 or whatever. But then it's 200 and something is less than 400, which is actually the dimensions of this paper, meaning it is going to fit horizontally. Now vertically is going to be the diameter here is going to be 46 plus 46, right, which is going to be 92 plus from, I don't know, roughly, if this is 16, then that will be, yeah, roughly 32, 34, somewhere there. So but then still 90 something plus 30 something is still less than the 200, which is the dimension of the A3, meaning there is no need to use a scale when it comes to this question, right? Now, if you want to use a scale, you can apply it, but then if it's not necessary, just let it go, right? So let us start. I said the first thing that you're supposed to draw when you're drawing a question of this nature, you're supposed to put in your skeleton. The skeleton is the center lines. So if you start with the center lines, everything else is going to be easy. And then start here. I'm gonna try to bold all the lines so that they'll be visible. Right, so for the border lines, you can see these two vertical border lines, they are spaced 80 millimeters away from each other, right? You can put this right there. Now you can put the first center line maybe right there. I'll just make it a bit longer so that you can see that it's there, but it doesn't have to be that long, right? And then now you can measure your 80 from that center line to that side, right? 80 from that center line here, meaning right there you're also supposed to have another center line. Like I said, it doesn't have to be long, né? I'm just making it long so that you can observe it from your side. Right? And then the other one is 64 from this one, right? So 64, that should be 64. Okay, just like that. And then the other one, it is 40 degrees from this one, right? 40 degrees that way. I'm just gonna shorten this one because, like I said, it doesn't need to be too long. I only made it long so that you can observe it. Just make it shorter. Now you take your protractor, right? And then you align it like this. The center, because I've seen some struggle using a protractor from some students, the center should be right there, right? then you align it the 90 degrees like this, right? So they said it's 40 degrees from this line going that way. So now you measure 40 degrees from this 90 going that way. Now if you say 40 degrees, it will be somewhere right there, right? 90 minus 40 gives you 50, isn't it? And then now you can draw your center lines right there. Just like that. Now that you have the center lines, you can start constructing everything else, right? I'm just gonna choose to start right here, right? Just move this slightly to there. And then the first radius is 46 right there, right? I'm gonna measure 46. So I'm just gonna put a very light line there because there are some things I'm also supposed to erase. So for now, I'll keep it like that. I won't make it too dark. Then I want to draw this part to come and join the circle, right? So I'm just gonna start there. They said the radius is 20. This one we can darken it because there's nothing we have to erase there. Like this. Maybe I can also draw the one inside. No? There's really no harm in that. It's 10 radius. Put it there. Sorry. My compass is not really that good, guys. Then you put this other one right there. Right, and then now you join. I'm just gonna put light lines again for this one. Like that. And then these two, you simply join them with just a straight line. Just like that, right? Now you're supposed to join this with an arc right there, right? I'm gonna come to that, but first I want to entertain this part. I want to draw each and every part that is easier to draw. Oh, look at that, I forgot the circular center line there. I'm gonna put it right now. So now the circular center line is from here to there is said to be let me check, 80, right? You see the 80 from this center to the circular center line. So now you're gonna open 80. Right? Allow me to remove this thing. It's really disturbing here. Put it right here. Circular center lines. Let me just extend them to that side, and at least also extend this one. Right now, The radius of this bigger circle, this one is 16. Open 16. You put it right there. Oh my compass moved. This one you can draw it fully because you're sure it's gonna be there. And then you put it on the other side. Like that, right? And then to join these, you simply just put your compass right here. Just trying to find. And then first check if it's still aligned with that. Okay, it is. And you can extend it to there. Sorry. It's supposed to join it like that, right? And then you shorten it. Shorten it to right there. Right there. And then the one inside is said to be 7.2 R, right? Now I'm just gonna make that one to be 8 or 10. That 7.2 shouldn't have been there because you cannot measure 7.2 from your ruler. It's just gonna give you problems. Extend it to there. That. You bring it back. Like that. Right. And then inside there's a 64 and also, okay, let's focus on the 64 first. So the 64 is what, it should be 32 in radius, 64 diameter, that one. And then you put it right there. It's like that. And then now for the other circles, it is given that the diameter of that circle is 16 diameter. That means from here to the center of that circle is going to be 8, right? From here to the center of the circle is going to be 8 if you're going to have that 16. So you can open 8. What is it? First, before you open the 8, you're supposed to get the circular center lines, right? So it means from here, actually, I shouldn't have darkened this one. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm making a mistake. I thought this circle is the one inside. So this one, the 64 one, is passing through the center of that circles. Can you see that? I'm sorry about that. So this 64 one is passing through the center of those small circles, right? So you can just draw those small circles. I shouldn't have darkened this one actually. Sorry about that, we'll fix it. So you can just open that 8. Since my compass cannot accommodate that, I'll open a 9 or a 10 or something like that. Now, if you have a compass that cannot accommodate that, just bring your stencil. I will accept it for now. This compass is misbehaving. All right, then put it right there. I hope I didn't confuse anyone because of that tiny mistake there. So my compass is really not cooperating. Something like that. Just remove those dark lines in there. It wasn't supposed to be dark there. I hope you noticed that. Something like that. And then to draw that one inside, you simply take your compass, you put it in there, and then you extend it to there. See there, right there. Then you just draw. Now, if you have done everything correctly and you've opened your compass to what you were supposed to open, this right there is not supposed to be there, right? I'm sure you are going to notice that. Now, getting to the tangent arcs. Let's start with that one on top, right? Now, I said the point of doing this is to get to the center of that arc, right? I said when you have something like this, when you have an arc being tangent to another arc or an arc being tangent to a circle, the situation that you truly have there is this situation. That is the situation that you have right there, right? So now if this is R1 and that is R2, right? So it means to get from this bigger circle, that one, to the arc. The arc is just the circle if you complete it. Né? To get from the center of this circle to the center of that is going to be R1 plus R2. Like I said, we reference a circle from its center, right? So the distance between the circle and the arc is going to be R1 plus R2. Same goes for this one. The distance between the center of the arc that is touching the circle is going to be the radius of the arc, which is 32, plus the radius of the circle, which is 46, right? So it means for that side, you're going to be having R32 plus R46, which is going to give you 78, right? 78. So you open 78 on your compass. Okay, right there. And then you make an arc like that. Just get rid of this, that it doesn't disturb. right? Now this arc is tangent also to a straight line, right? And now it is visible from there that it is going to be tangent right there, right? Now there are two ways you can do this. You can do it by drawing two R32 arcs, then you draw a line, or you can simply open R32 plus R20 to get that, right? Now let's try the first method. If you open R32, you open R32, right? And then you draw two arcs. You place your compass anywhere along that line, and then you come and then you draw another one right there. Let me just close it. Then you join those two arcs at tangent, like that, right? Now that will be the position of the arc, of the center of the arc, right? Now if you want to use that other method, it means you're going to say R20 plus R32, which is R52. You open R52 on your compass, like that. You place it there. You see, it's going to go right there, right? So you can do it either way. Now, after having the position of the center, you open R32 now. And then you come and put it right there. Then you draw the arc. That is the arc you were looking for this whole time, right? Then now you can join that. I missed by an inch, but then it doesn't really matter as long as you get the concept, like that, right? Right there. So you also have to have a similar arc this side, right? You can easily put your compass there. You can repeat the same steps, né? But then because it's a race against time when you're writing your test, you should find an effective way of doing these things, right? So because we know that this arc is the very same arc that you'll have there, you can easily measure this one and you come in, put it directly this side, right? And then you put it here, you go to the center, right? Then you put it on the other side, like that. And there is the center. Then you open 32. You put it right there. Then you draw. Just like that. Then you can take your compass and complete your circle. Like that, right? Then join that one. So you should do something for me right there, né? Make sure you sharpen this pencil right there when you're drawing. We really do not need this, né? Sharpen your pencil, because for me it's for demonstration, for you it's for assessment. So please take care of that. Right, let me just try to shorten that. Right, now we need another arc here that is going to be tangent to this one and also tangent to that one, right? We also have the same situation. So now it's going to be R46 plus R16, right? R46 plus R16 right there. So 46 plus what is it, 16 is 62, né? 62, yeah, I think it's 62. Is it? Yeah, 62. Open 62, right? You put it there, make an arc, and then this side is going to be 16. What is it? 16, eh? Yes, 16 plus 16, which is 32. You put it there. There you go. Then you open 16. I'm just gonna try to be fast. The video is getting longer. And then you place it right there. Then you go for your arc. Right? You see right there, it should be clearly visible, né? That if you complete your circle, it's not going to go inside that one. Also this side, if you complete this circle, it's not going to go inside there, right? So now the other one, is R20, right? So now this one, you're going to follow the same procedure that you followed here, or you can what is it? Well, I think there's only one here, né? Yeah, here there's only one method to do it. So you're going to open your R20, make 2 arcs from anywhere in along this line, and this side you make R16 plus R20. Let's start with this R16 plus R20, that gives us R36. Take 36, place it right there, right? And then you open R20. Did I say R16 the other time? It's R20. R20, you place it anywhere along this line. You make the first arc. You make the second arc like that. Then you are supposed to join these tangents. These arcs by a tangent line. Like that. That is the position of your center of the arc. With the same 20, put it there. Right? Then you draw. See, right there. It shouldn't go inside, right? It shouldn't go inside. Okay, so now I'm not going to spend my time to make those small arcs. Né? My compass won't handle that anyway, but then there's supposed to be some arcs right there. Perhaps I can show you how to get those arcs, right? So now the arc in here is supposed to be tangent to this circle and also tangent to that circle, right? So now if it's going to be tangent to this circle, it means it's going to be R32 plus R10. R32 plus R10, which is R42, né? Then you make make an arc, right? And then on the other side is going to be R8 plus yeah, we agreed that is 8 now. R8 plus R10, right? And then you open 18. And then you place it there, like that. There is the position of the center to draw that arc. Then you come and open 10, because it's 10 there. You're gonna place it right there, right? And then you join that small arc. Nothing difficult. So this is what we were looking for from that question. Now, when you present this to me, I need to see all this. I need to see all these, right? We call it geometric construction for a reason. We want to also see the constructions line. How did you come up with that? How did you get to that point, right? Just like I always say, in maths, when they give you a question, they want to know how you arrived at an answer, right? They know the answer already. They want to know how you got it. So I also want to know, how did you get these arcs? So do not erase them, right? Yes. Thank you.